Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and in this pick a card reading, we're going to be discussing the energies of Mercury retrograde. Now, this is happening in this month in November, and it's going to be occurring between the dates of the 9th and the 29th. Now, Mercury retrograde's shadow has already been going on for about 2 weeks now, and then there's a post-shadow period that, as Mercury starts to rev up and gain strain, that continues for about 2 weeks out from there. But when Mercury turns direct on the 29th, it's going to start to ease up whatever glitches and things that have been happening. Now, for those of you who don't know what Mercury retrograde is, it is basically a disruption that occurs when Mercury is perceived, I say perceived as it doesn't actually move backwards, but it's perceived to be going reverse or going in the opposite direction. And what this does, because Mercury rules communication, it rules, anything that has to do with communication, speech, and also rules technology as well. And so a lot of these things are under the purview of Gemini. As a Gemini rising, I always feel Mercury retrograde. And because of that, communication can affect our partnerships, our jobs. It can affect the world at large. And a lot of times there are all these disruptions that happen during Mercury retrograde. And one of the things that happens right now is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius, which is the opposite sign of Gemini. And Sagittarius energy is ruled by Jupiter, and so that expands everything it touches, Jupiter does. And so because of that energy of Jupiter coming into Mercury, we're probably going to see like a more outsized or larger response when it comes to these oopsie moments that we can have. And because Sagittarius, as my sign, I'll probably be feeling it deeply, so I apologize if I'm like a little bit verklempt during this reading, because it always affects my speech whenever Mercury retro happens. But Sagittarius a lot of times is the sign of kind of putting their foot in their mouth or saying the wrong thing. And during Mercury retrograde, you don't want to make any like rash movements. You don't want to make any rash decisions. It's best not to sign any contracts or finalize any agreements, finalize anything really, because a lot of things are in flux. And it's a time for us to slow down, and it's a time for us to review. One of the best times of the year to review is Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde when that comes around. So without further ado, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3. In this reading, I'm really going to be focusing on what we're doing in this review period, and how are we resting, how are we nourishing ourselves, and how are we soothing ourselves, because it's in the sign of Sagittarius and retro tends to screw things up. There might be a lot of chaos, there might be a lot of tumultuous energy, particularly in the world at large, but in our personal lives as well. So it's going to be very important for us to ground ourselves and to sort of center ourselves. So I have this Moonstone, which is great for getting in touch with your intuition. Your intuition is great for knowing where to go next. And then I have this Elestial Quartz, which is amazing for connecting to the spirit world, and it's also quite grounding. And then I have this Aragonite crystal, which is amazing for grounding, but it's also really good to disperse energies that you don't want in your energy body or aura. A lot of times during Mercury retrograde, we can pick up negative energy because people are going through a lot of things. So definitely make sure that you clear your energy, sage your crystals, sage yourself, Palo Santo, whatever it is that you use to clear your energy. And of course, intention and prayer if that is in your practice. Or meditation, of course. So without further ado, we have pile number 1, 2, and 3, and let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1 with this lovely Moonstone. Let's see what's going to happen. We have oracle cards that have to do with resting, taking a break, and then my favorite deck, the Power of Surrender, which is like what we'll be starting to let go. We're still in this energy of the supermoon in Taurus, which is because the supermoon is very powerful and it'll probably irradiate out for the next 2 to 4 weeks as far as being in the power of its energy, probably the next week or two, but in the residual effects or culminations of the energy is probably going to sort of wrap or sort of culminate around the new moon, is what I'm thinking, and around the end of Mercury retro as well. So let's see what we have for tarot. Sun in reverse. 5 of discs, which is 5 of pentacles. And move this here a bit. 2 of cups. And the Prince of Cups. You might be either dissolving or looking for a relationship, or maybe both. Maybe you're dissolving a relationship and there's this rebound relationship coming in. And, you know, because it's Mercury retrograde, I always caution, you know, you to be very, very conservative. A lot of this might be feel like a situation where you want to just, you know, fools rush in and just fall into this person. If it's new, definitely have fun. I'm not like telling you to not have fun, but just, you know, don't necessarily like start picking out the shiny patterns yet. Let's see what happens. Also around this time of the 5 of Pentacles, there might be, you know, finances might get tight. And of course, that is literally no surprise right now in today's economy. For some of you, it might mean that you have to sacrifice for the moment going on dates, or if you do go on dates, you might need to be, you know, economical with your dates. Maybe you meet up at, like, if the library is nice enough, a gorgeous library in your area, and or you have coffee or tea somewhere. Maybe you meet up at a little cafe spot that has really inexpensive pizza. And, you know, maybe you meet up, if you want to meet up for drinks, maybe you meet up during happy hour. It's that kind of energy. Yeah, it's that kind of energy. Maybe you meet up in a lovely park or garden, or a museum, right? Movies, of course, can be a little bit expensive, so maybe you go to a matinee on Saturday, things like that. And the other thing that I'm seeing with the sun energy is that this does... that this is a bright spot for you, so it is a happy occurrence. The sun is never negative. It's always positive, so it can mean shining the light on things. I think this is shining a light on the areas that you want to, the things you want to bring in your life through relationships. So the things you want in a partner is going to come through. And it's also, you know, even the Sun card is in reverse, so it's kind of telling you that, you know, if you do find a really good person, it's not going to be like a quick culmination. It's probably going to be like a friends to lovers scenario, or a very slow burn sort of romance if it does come in, and it might be a little practical as well, but very heart-centered. So yeah, the energy I'm really getting is a new romance coming in, or that you are leaving a romance behind, and that this is not a bad thing, even though it might. And if you are leaving a romance behind, the other energy I'm getting is that the romance that you're leaving behind, there might have been a financial component. Maybe that's why you didn't leave in the first place, because you, the two of you couldn't afford to live apart, and now things are opening up with the Sun card in reverse slowly to allow you. Maybe you're moving back in with parents, or maybe you found a cheaper apartment, or maybe you got a new job where you can move across the country, or whatever the case may be. That's what's coming through with this 2 of Cups energy. The other thing that's coming through is the energy of rebound. So, but again, be very economical. You know, this is not the time to be like, you know, not to tell you what to do, but just letting you know this is the message I'm getting. Don't shoot the messenger, but this is not the time to be splurging on unnecessary dates, to be economical. Take in pleasant moments, yeah. But do have fun. Maybe go to the beach, or, yeah, or, you know, local gardens. this person that's coming in feels very casual, like somebody that you can do that with. And that you can just be real with and be like, hey, I'm in a transition, money's tight right now, or I'm looking for a job, or I'm moving, I'll be starting a new job, but I have to invest in an apartment and all these things. But, maybe you find someone that's going to be in the same area where you're relocating your job, or, I'm not, you don't have to be moving across country. It could be moving to another city, right? As well. But I do get some movement. Especially with this Prince of Cups card. Yeah. So yeah, the Page of Cups, you are being offered a romance. One of the things that is going to increase the sun energy is to surrender substances. It says whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Some of you, this is for the rebound people. You might benefit from not jumping into a rebound relationship. Some of you who are in the rebound crowd are addicted to being in a relationship, and you'll be in any relationship, even if it's not necessarily fulfilling your needs. That's not all of you, but some of you. Yeah, I'm getting that coming through clear. And others of you just simply need to release addictions. Some of this is addictions around spending and money too. Yeah. But if you do, it's going to increase. If you release these addictions, it's going to increase the quality of the partner or partners that are coming in to you right now. Yeah. Naps are portal to healing dream space. It's time to go deeper into the rest practice and begin to see naps as more than a shortened sleep moment. Naps are an invitation to enter a portal of care and invention. Things can be worked out in the dream space that can't be addressed while awake. You should come here often. Trust the portal of rest. Imagine a rested world. I think that's also the take pleasant moments. You've also kind of been overworking just a little bit too much, and overwork might be one of your addictions, pile number one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read this Nourish card, this Take Pleasant Moments card. Let's see. And that is, give me a second to just get the page that's on. It's on page 10. And I'm just going to hold this up so that you can read it. There is a deep nourishment for the soul in those little moments we rush past. We move through the day. Taking the time to slow down and enjoy a moment fully can fill your emotional reserves. Drop into your senses. Notice the little details. Notice how it makes you feel emotionally and what it feels like in your body. You can look for nourishment in any moment. Maybe there's a color you love off to your left, or maybe the person you are talking to is kind. Eyes are a beautiful smile. Bask in these little moments and let them fill you up. Yes. Yeah, so that might be either something you're attracted to or something the person is attracted to. I'm getting to is you might be an eyes person, or you might be attracted to lovely smiles. The song that's coming through is My Funny Valentine. And that is giving me the anyone who knows me knows I channel through music. So that is giving me the vibe of don't look for a perfect person that has all of your physical characteristics. They might actually check off all your emotional boxes and all of your spiritual and psychological boxes and all of your soulmate boxes, but maybe they don't check all of the physical boxes that you're normally attracted to. So when they come in, don't overlook people based on the basis of physicality as well. And to be very intentional. And I feel like the dates that you're going to go on will be quiet, will be full of conversation, and will be quite intimate on an emotional, psychological, and spiritual level. Pile number one. So this should be fun. Just have fun. Don't commit to anything completely until after Mercury retrograde on the 29th. Just use this time to review, and you might even be dating people well into the year. But I do feel like you might find some people that are potential partners for you. Pile number one. At any rate, that is all that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it, your reading. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment below with the pink heart emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see what comes through for you with this lovely Elestial quartz. Such a lovely crystal. How are you resting? How are you nourishing yourself during Mercury retrograde? What are you doing? Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands in reverse. 3 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Oh, I'm getting a picture. Okay, pile number 2. You are having a moment of pulling back from this crazy round of activities. Maybe you had a real hot girl summer, you had a brat summer, and that flowed into the fall. You had crazy Halloween parties, you were drinking a lot, all these things. Nothing to excess, but you just were partying a lot, you were going out a lot, you were also working hard, you were also playing hard. And I'm getting that you're not really burnt out or anything, but this is your time for a rest. You are starting to pull back from like this constant flurry of activities and engagements and saying yes to everything. And you are starting to like take a breather. Yeah, you're starting to take a breather. You are starting to sort of release this just intensity. And you definitely had a lot of social activity. Yeah, you had a lot of social activity, and now you're pulling back to take a breather and to appreciate the little things in life. And this is good. You're having a hermit moment, basically. That's what I like to call it. The hermit card, yeah, even though it didn't come up, is all about pulling back to get in touch with your higher self and to get in touch with spirit. You might be doing quiet things like organizing your space, journaling, doing yoga practices, meditating, or having quiet moments in coffee shops with books. Maybe you're going to bookshops or libraries, or poetry readings, or if you are going to evening events and things, it's like, like for instance, in San Francisco, they have like party nights at the aquarium or whatever, and it's like, club beats and everything like that, but it's like in a chill setting, or live music in the park, things like that. If you are going out, it's very chill. Movie theaters, outdoors, if it's still available to you in your area. So even as the weather's starting to kind of get chilly, but I'm getting this very cozy vibe. And snuggling up with your pets. This is a very nice energy, pile number 2, and it's well deserved. And so the universe kind of wants you to stay in this energy for a while. Yeah. The one thing that you do want to be on guard with this Page of Wands in reverse is any kind of miscommunications during Mercury retrograde that make you, that regarding your friends or family that might, cause bad feelings. Like I'm getting the message that nobody means any harm to anybody. But it's just that, it's mixed communication. Like you might think somebody is saying something about you or whatever, but really no, they didn't really mean that. They meant this. Or maybe somebody thought they heard somebody say something and they're like, no, I didn't say that. I was talking about so-and-so, not you. It's going to be that kind of mix up. Or maybe you send the wrong email to somebody that you're supposed to send to somebody else, and they're like angry and they're smoldering because you didn't realize you sent them the wrong email. Also watch out for that. For some reason I'm getting for work. Yeah, just double check all the emails, text messages, everything that you send. Pile number 2. Let's see what happens with the Nourish cards. What do you need to sorry, what are you doing? Oh, sing, hum, or make music. Yeah, I see some karaoke in your future. Do you practice an instrument, pile number 2? Because, or maybe like me, your hobby is singing. Yeah, you might be a creative who makes music in their spare time. Lean into that. Lean into these quiet moments. I feel like something beautiful and creative could come out of that. Maybe a project or maybe a collaboration. But don't even, don't stress on that because you're already doing a lot of that. You already did a lot of that. This is about you going in for your insight moment, and you're doing this for your personal indulgence only, not for any purpose that is quote unquote practical. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Yeah. Go to the beach, chill out, solitary pursuits are favored. It says, welcome to the dream space. Another world is possible. Maybe you're getting into lucid dreaming. Find a comfortable place and sit or lay comfortably. Read this to yourself in a soft voice. I'm a vessel for rest. I'm a vessel for possibility. My body is an altar for rest. My body will recapture the dream space stolen from me. I will place myself into the portal of rest. I will breathe in my imagination. I will stay in rest. I will stay in my dreams. Yeah, I feel like some of you might be getting into lucid dreaming, journaling, or put a journal by your bed and write down the dreams that you have when you awake. I'm getting the message that what the dreams are doing for you is they're recharging you and they're filtering out any subconscious negativity in your subconscious mind, and they're allowing space for creative pursuits and for creative ability. Your mind is expanding to create. So yeah, maybe whatever you're creating is going to be something really cool for you, pile number 2. But just a really chill pile. That's literally the message that I have for you. If this resonates with you, of course, taking what resonates with you, leaving the rest behind, trusting you're exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and comment below with a pink heart emoji, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see with this lovely Aragonite crystal, what is in store for you. And of course, I always read so you are definitely leaving something behind. You are surrendering. With the chariot in reverse, you are no longer pushing. Look at all this Mercury retro energy is in effect. All these reverse cards. 7 of discs. Yeah, I think what you're leaving behind is, it might be even a job, some kind of marketing position maybe, or financial work where you had to be a communicator, always be on point. With this King of Swords in reverse, it was work. Yeah, the reason why you're leaving it behind is it was no longer true to your values and your ideals anymore, pile number 3. Whatever was being asked of you was violating your personal values and your sense of worth. Yeah. Yeah. And so with the 7 of discs, you felt like you could no longer invest in it. And it's a place where you were planted, but you could no longer grow there. And maybe it even started off great, but now you're over with it. You feel like it's sold out. It's lost meaning. It's lost the reason why you worked there in the first place. Maybe it was philanthropic or had some kind of philanthropic edge, and now that's fallen away for profit. Something like that is the vibe I'm getting for you, pile number 3. Let's see. Yeah, you're leaving, and I think you're going to have a lot of free time on your hands during Mercury retrograde to just explore who you are as a person and to bring some joy back into your life, pile number 3. Let's see, this card is a surrender card. Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of creation and rejuvenation. So what I'm getting from this is before you get back into sort of the rat race of searching for a job or trying to do something substantial at the moment, just really just take a break. Take some time and just chill out. And it should be, yeah, do frivolous things. Do some things that make you laugh and give you joy. Earthing. Yeah, so earthing is, I think you're definitely want to ground yourself, because wherever it is, if you might have already even left, or you might have been let go. That's another thing. And now you're kind of, your foundation is rocked a little bit. And so you want to make sure that you are grounded. You want to make sure that you are centered. Pile number 3. So going out to the ocean, which is amazing with salt water, it'll pull, with sea salt, it'll pull the negativity from you. And, with the sand, it'll ground you into wherever you're going next, and it'll ground you into the present moment. So a lot of times, you can actually meditate. You can actually, sort of, how would you say, you can meditate and you can pull yourself into, I'm trying to get the right word for it. I guess connect with your higher self is what I'm trying to get to. You can connect with your higher self because you're grounded, and spirit has you have more of a footing, and spirit can sort of flow in. Your crown chakra can expand, and you can connect with your higher self and really connect with your intuition. And then what I'm getting with this foot and the ocean as well is a sense of navigation. Where do I go next? You're wondering that, but right now, don't take it too seriously. Just literally just play. Play the what if. Like, what if I moved? Or what if I left the country? What if I stayed? If that's in your wheelhouse. If you're, some of you have kids, partners, and things. I totally get that. But just whatever the what if scenario is for you, what if I completely change careers? What if I moved into a creative career, something that's a passion that I've wanted to do for a long time, things like that. Oh, divest from capitalism, lay down somewhere. Some of you, yeah, this pile, wherever you were working at before, I'm getting it got corrupt, to be just really blunt. It started to become all about the money, and it lost the vision and the purpose, and you either were laid off or you left, or you're leaving. So, divest from capitalism, lay down somewhere. It says, when you feel guilt and shame for resting, view it as evidence of your brainwashing via grind culture. Be grateful for this insight and use it to transform the guilt into power. Rest guilt-free, knowing you are following a path to liberation. Rest is your right in an ancient practice. Rest, deprogram, repeat. So yeah, wherever you are leaving, this is a good thing for you, not a bad thing. And I'm getting the sense that whatever you go into next is going to be something you deeply believe in and you're passionate about, or it's going to be something completely different from like any kind of capitalist corporate concern. Maybe you start selling things at a farmer's market, or maybe you start selling things on Etsy, or that is definitely the vibes that I'm getting from you. It could be very creative and playful. Maybe you make some knit cozies or something like that, and all of a sudden you create this TikTok shop, and the demand is through the roof, things like that. So get playful, get creative. Pile number 3, don't take it too seriously. Relax. I'm getting the sense that you do have some kind of a financial cushion that you've built up with the 7 of disc in reverse. as well, even though you're no longer investing in this job or wherever you were at. And so you can sort of take several months even, and take some time to explore and maybe start a new venture, and and see where the winds take you. That's the vibe I'm getting. Pile number 3. Well, that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did and it resonated with you, of course, take whatever resonates with you, leaving the rest behind, trusting you are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. But if it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and comment below with a pink heart emoji. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.